Hello, I'm Atu Jamir and you're watching Hornbill TV's Prime at 9. Now, headlines. Naga leaders along with Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma met the Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Meeting that took place was to apprise the Union Home Minister and in detail on the voting killings, the repeal of AFSPA and the ongoing Naga peace talks. Ahead of Punjab Assembly election 2022, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on December 24 hits back on a state government over Ludhiana District Court bomb blast. Kejriwal stated that until such a government is in the state, bomb blasts like Ludhiana Court will continue. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today said that terrorism will be eradicated from the country. Singh said that whoever tries to cross the path of India will not be spared. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Chanu on Friday said that Ludhiana bomb blast could be a political conspiracy to divert attention from the recent Scarlet incidents in the state. Chanu refuted allegations that the bomb blast was the outcome of an intelligence failure. In the latest development regarding the Mon killings yesterday night, Nagaland Chief Minister Nipurio, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patan and former Chief Minister T.R. Ziliang left for Delhi through a chartered plane. The Naga leaders along with Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma met the Union Home Minister Amit Shah. The meeting that took place was to apprise the Union Home Minister and in detail on the voting killings, the repeal of AFSPA and the ongoing Naga peace talks. The Union Home Minister in his address to the Parliament regarding the Mon killings addressed the House by saying that the killings was a case of mistaken identity. On the eve of December 4th, the 21st paratroopers of the Indian Armed Forces gunned down 14 civilians in which even one armed force personnel lost his life. The incident caused huge uproar in the state whereby the loudest call by the citizens of the state was the repeal of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 from the state of Nagaland. Ahead of Punjab Assembly election 2022, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on December 24 hits back on a state government over Ludhiana District Court bomb blast. While addressing a public rally in Gurdaspur, Punjab, he said that they will give an honest and strict government to Punjab. He further stated that until such a government is in the state, bomb blasts like Ludhiana Court will continue. Kejriwal alleges that they are the only party that works honestly and that brought an end to corruption in Delhi. Kejriwal added that if they are elected to power, they will ensure that there is no scarlet of any religion and those involved in scarlet are punished. All bomb blasts will be investigated. Their masterminds will be sent to jail, he added.
जब तक स्ट्रांग सरकार नहीं आएगी, जब तक सख्ती वाली और ईमानदार सरकार नहीं आएगी, तब तक शांति बहाल नहीं हो सकती। इस किस्म के कांड, बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट, बेअदबी के कांड चलते रहेंगे। आम आदमी पार्टी अकेली पार्टी है पूरे देश के अंदर जो ईमानदारी के साथ काम करती है। दिल्ली के अंदर करके दिखाया, भ्रष्टाचार खत्म कर दिया। पंजाब के अंदर भी ईमानदार सरकार देंगे, सख्त सरकार देंगे, स्टेबल स्थिर सरकार देंगे और ऐसी सरकार देंगे जो आपस में लड़ाई झगड़ा नहीं करेगी। तो आज इस पावन धरती से, देशभक्तों की धरती से, मैं पंजाब के लोगों को एक गारंटी देके जा रहा हूं कि आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार आएगी, पंजाब में शांति व्यवस्था कायम करेंगे, हर व्यक्ति को सुरक्षा देंगे और पंजाब के अंदर भाईचारे को बढ़ाएंगे। भाईचारा सभी धर्मों, सभी जातियों के अंदर भाईचारा बढ़ाएंगे।
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today said that terrorism will be eradicated from the country. He was addressing the gathering after inaugurating the statues of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Maharana Pratap, Paramveer Chakra awardee, late Abdul Hamid Masudi and Srimant Daulat Singh Ji Rawal, installed by Dondachia Nagar Parishad in Dhule district of Maharashtra. Singh said that whoever tries to cross the path of India will not be spared. Without naming Pakistan, he said if the neighboring country indulges in the sinister act, then they will have to pay a heavy price. He said through surgical strikes, the country has shown that India can hit the enemy targets by entering into the territory as well. The defense minister said by abrogating Article 370, BJP-led government fulfilled its negate all promise and is committed to the development and growth of Jammu and Kashmir. He further said that there were no seats reserved for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in Jammu and Kashmir. However, the government at centre has made provisions for reservations for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir now. The Dondaicha Nagar Parishad has also named a new road built by the local body after first Chief of Defence Staff late General Bipin Rawat. The Defence Minister also said that Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh have the potential to achieve the target of $1 trillion economy. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Chani on Friday said the Ludhiana bomb blast could be a political conspiracy to divert attention from the recent Scarlet incidents in the state. Chani refuted allegations that the bomb blast was the outcome of an intelligence failure. Chani's statement came even as there were speculations that Pakistan's ISI and Khalistani groups could be behind Ludhiana bomb blast that killed one person. Earlier on Thursday, Chani had hinted that the bomb blast was masterminded by the drug smugglers after a case was registered against a top-level politician. He had also linked the Scarlet incident with the crackdown against smugglers. While Chief Minister Chani dismissed Ludhiana bomb blast as an ISI ploy, the ADGP Internal Security Wing on December 14 issued an alert to the various police officers about a possible terror threat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired a high-level meeting last evening to review the status of COVID and its Omicron variant. He took stock of public health responses, measures for containment and management of COVID. Focus was on strengthening of health infrastructure, including availability of drugs, oxygen cylinders and concentrators, ventilators and status of vaccination. The Prime Minister directed the officials to maintain high level of vigil and alertness at all levels. He urged central and state authorities to work in close coordination with the whole of government approach. The Prime Minister said the proactive, focused, collaborative and cooperative fight against the pandemic should guide all future actions. At the same time, people should be cautious and alert in view of the new variant. The Prime Minister said the fight against the pandemic is not over and COVID-safe behavior is of paramount importance even today. Modi directed the officials to ensure that the health system in the states are strengthened to meet any challenge posed by the new variant. He underlined the need to ensure that the oxygen supply equipment in states are installed and fully functional. The effective use of IT tools for telemedicine and teleconsultation was highlighted at the COVID review meeting. The Prime Minister called for heightened and close monitoring of emerging clusters and hotspots through active, prompt and effective surveillance. He directed that a good number of positive samples be sent for genome sequencing to INSA-CoG labs in a prompt manner. Modi emphasized that effective contact tracing is required to curb the spread of transmission. Ahead of Manipur Assembly polls 2022, Bharatiya Janata Party President JP Nadda on December 24th reached Imphal to attend Mahila rally in Sagol Band in the afternoon. He was welcomed by State Chief Minister N. Biren Singh at the Imphal airport.
आपको खुशी होगी और मैं यहां पर खुशी के साथ कह सकता हूं कि हमारे यहां भारतीय जनता पार्टी की अध्यक्षा भी महिला है और महिलाओं को पूरे देश में स्थापित करने का काम नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने उठाया है। यहां महिला अध्यक्षा शारदा देवी जी हैं। बताइए, आपको पसंद है ना? पसंद है कि नहीं है? ये महिलाओं का रिप्रेजेंटेशन है कि नहीं है? ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सोच है जो महिलाओं को आगे ला करके खड़ा करती है। भारत का पहला डिफेंस मिनिस्टर महिला मोदी जी ने बनाया। भारत का पहला एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर मोदी जी ने बनाया। भारत का पहला फॉरेन मिनिस्टर मोदी जी ने बनाया। और अब भारत की पहली फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर महिला मोदी जी ने बनाई है, यह बनाया है, यह हमको समझना चाहिए। यानी पहला डिफेंस मिनिस्टर महिला मोदी जी, पहला फॉरेन मिनिस्टर महिला मोदी जी ने बनाया, पहला अपना एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर महिला मोदी जी ने बनाया, और अब फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर निर्मला सीतारमण जी, वह भी देश की पहली महिला फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर है जो मोदी जी ने बनाया है। यह हमको समझना है।
While addressing a meeting at Sagolban, Bijoy Govinda Imphal Nada, in consideration of the various activities and roles taken by women of the Manipuri society, said that it will be no wrong to call Manipur as another name for the women empowerment. Nada applauded the role played by the women of Manipur in societal reformation since the British colonial regime. He was referring to the Nupi Lal, Miri Pabi movement and others taken up by the women of the state. Nada also mentioned on how the women of Manipur bring fame to the country in the field of sports. For the first time in the state, the government of Manipur provided a financial assistance of rupees 3 lakhs each to 15 football clubs participating in the Manipur State League. It was handed over by Chief Minister N. Biren Singh in a simple function held at Chief Minister's Secretariat today. Speaking at the function, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh said that he had personally experienced how difficult it is to run a sports club and bring it up to the state or national level. Chief Minister further stated that there is a need to promote sports culture because it can instill discipline into young minds and build up a healthy society. Biren Singh opined that the state can also host international events. In this regard, he appealed to all Manipur Football Association to put in efforts to upgrade CC Meet as an international tournament. He also announced that rupees 15 lakhs would be provided to AMFA as assistance for the next CC Meet. The Chief Minister further stated that hockey and some other individual items will also be encouraged by the government for hosting international competitions. He also announced that travelling allowance for players participating in the national events in other states will be hiked from rupees 200 to rupees 500 per player per day. He also urged different sports bodies to shun disunity and factionalism among them.
Government sigi oinasu yam nungaiba aduga ai isagi oina as a sanaroi footballer moina horpagi aigi yamna long due aigi desire apamba aningbado asisi pangko ngame masigi damtai youth affairs sports department gi minister adu official sin adu club mayam gold clubs ki mayam I appreciate away kasunate club amam hingna bo hona bada wana riba mayam do club wadi mayam na di akhoi gi team ma sisimita la ai akhoi gi team ma lik la ai ana harau ba yeng ba thok ba khuba but whereas liktuma the
Punjab Congress Chief Navjot Singh Sidhu on December 23rd expressed condolences to those who lost their lives in the Ludhiana court blast. It's unfortunate that fear is being spread in the name of a political agenda. That's the culmination of negative politics. Innocent people get killed for votes, polarization. That's what happened in West Bengal. I condemn this cheap politics, said Sidhu. One person has been killed and 4 others were injured in the explosion at Ludhiana District Court complex yesterday.
और ये बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है कि एक पॉलिटिकल एजेंडे के लिए लोगों में डर फैलाया जा रहा है। ये नकारात्मक राजनीति की पराकाष्ठा है कि बेकसूर लोगों की जानें ली जा रही हैं वोट्स की पोलराइजेशन के लिए। मेरा सवाल यह है कि 4.25 साल सब कुछ ठीक था और ये सेम प्रक्रिया बंगाल में भी हुई। ये 4.25 साल ठीक था और यकायक जब 1-2 महीने रह जाते हैं तो अ सीरीज ऑफ इवेंट्स, बेअदबी, फिर बेअदबी, लोग पहरेदार बने और अब ये जगन।
Speaking at the inauguration of Acro Vision in Nagpur, Union Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari said farmers will not just be Annannadatta but also Urjadatta. Agro Vision was initiated to stop farmer suicides. Farmers will not just be Annannadatta but also Urjadatta, said Gadkari.
और ये शुरुआत के समय में ये बहुत ही अस्वस्थता का, मन को बहुत तकलीफ देने वाला विषय था कि हमारे विदर्भ में 10,000 से ज्यादा किसानों ने आत्महत्या की। और ये आत्महत्या क्योंकि इसका अध्ययन करने के बाद ये बात ध्यान में आई कि हमारी कमियां क्या है, क्या हम यहाँ के किसानों को समृद्ध संपन्न बना सकते हैं, क्या ये किसानों की आत्महत्या को हम रोक सकते हैं। और इसी के प्रेरणा से जो विचार मिला वो एग्रो विजन के रूप में आप सबके सामने आया है। और इसलिए मैं आप सबसे अनुरोध करूंगा कि आज हमारे कृषि मंत्री भी यहाँ उपस्थित है, कृषि विभाग के सचिव भी उपस्थित है जो पॉलिसी मेकर है, और बहुत सी बातें मैं भी उनके सामने विचारार्थ रखने वाला हूँ। नरेंद्र तोमर जी को याद होगा कि मैं जब बीजेपी का अध्यक्ष था तो तब से
While addressing a press conference in Delhi over COVID-19 situation in the country, Director General of Indian Council of Medical Research, Dr. Balram Bhargava, said that the predominant strain in India is Delta, including the recently identified clusters. Therefore, we need to continue with the same strategy of COVID-appropriate behavior and ramping up of vaccination, he added.
Recently identified clusters, they all continue to be Delta predominantly. And therefore, we need to continue with the same strategy of COVID-appropriate behavior and ramping up the vaccination. The second point is regarding the infection with Omicron does not necessarily lead to severe symptomatic clinical disease. And as you have seen in the presentation, in India, about a third of all the detected cases, all the detected cases were mildly symptomatic, and the rest were asymptomatic. Therefore, the last point that I want to emphasize is that the treatment of Omicron, the treatment for Omicron infected symptomatic individuals remains the same. It does not change from that for Delta or the Alpha or the Beta, so it remains the same as with the earlier variants.
The air quality in the national capital has further deteriorated and has slipped to the severe category according to the System of Air Quality and Weather Forecasting and Research. The overall air quality index in Delhi stands at 425 on December 24.
पॉल्यूशन तो बहुत है, जिसे हम देख के कह सकते हैं ना कि ये ओस है। ओस नहीं है, इसके अंदर पॉल्यूशन काफी घुला मिला हुआ है जो हमारी सेहत के लिए काफी हानिकारक है। बुजुर्गों के लिए तो है ही, लेकिन जवानों के लिए भी बहुत ज्यादा है ही। आजकल छोटे छोटे बच्चों के लिए भी बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हो रही है। और ये जो साफ सफाई होती है और ये जो कूड़ा होता है इसको हम जला देते हैं, उसमें से जो धुआं उठता है वायु प्रदूषण के अंदर, वो हमारी सेहत के लिए काफी हानिकारक हो जाता है।
As Omicron cases steadily rise across the country, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on December 23rd took stock of the situation. Delhi Chief Minister informed that a capacity was created to conduct 3 lakh tests daily. If such a situation arises, they are readily and well prepared to handle the situation, he added.
की हैं। पहली चीज़ तो अगर ये फैलता बहुत तेज़ी से तो हमारा वो वाला इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग होना चाहिए। तो हमने 3 लाख टेस्ट डेली करने की अपनी कैपेसिटी बनाई है कि अगर ज़रूरत पड़ेगी तो 3 लाख टेस्ट दिल्ली में डेली हो सकें। अभी 60-70 हज़ार टेस्ट तक हम डेली करते हैं, लेकिन 3 लाख टेस्ट तक करने की ज़रूरत पड़ी तो हम कर सकते हैं। दूसरा ये कि पिछली बार जब सेकंड वेव आई थी, अप्रैल के महीने में जो वेव आई थी, उसमें 26-27 हज़ार केसेस डेली मैक्सिमम तक गए थे, सबसे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जब हुई थी। इस बार हमने अपनी तैयारी की है 1 लाख केसेस पर डे अगर होते हैं तो उसके लिए भी हमने तैयारी उसके हिसाब से की है।
Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari on December 23rd inaugurated 3 national highways projects worth rupees 755 crore in Muzaffarnagar, Uttar Pradesh.
किसान का कल्याण करना है, किसानों के बेटों को रोजगार देना है, गांव को समृद्ध संपन्न बनाना है, किसानों का पर कैपिटा इनकम बढ़ाना है, एग्रीकल्चर ग्रोथ रेट बढ़ाना है। तो किसानों की शक्ति बढ़ानी है तो किसानों को ऊर्जा, अन्नदाता के बजाय साथ साथ ऊर्जादाता बनाना होगा। अब पहली बात, हमारी सरकार में मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हमने निर्णय किया, अटल जी की सरकार ने निर्णय किया कि हम पेट्रोल में इथेनॉल डालेंगे। बहुत लड़ते रहे हम लोग। अटल जी ने शुरुआत की, बाद में यूपीए की सरकार आई, उन्होंने बंद कर दिया क्योंकि पेट्रोल की लॉबी जोरदार थी। फिर 2014 में जब हमारी सरकार आई मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में, तो हमने इथेनॉल की पॉलिसी लाई। और आज मुझे खुशी हो रही कि पिछले साल हमने 465 करोड़ लीटर इथेनॉल खरीदी किया और सबसे ज्यादा इथेनॉल खरीदी किया उत्तर प्रदेश से राणा जी, और किसानों को राहत दी।
Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju today visited Ludhiana Court complex in Punjab that was rocked by bomb blasts a day earlier and reviewed the situation. Later, addressing a press conference, Rijiju said the centre and the state are working together to ensure strong action against all anti-country elements who are trying to disrupt peace and harmony. The minister assured the people of Ludhiana and Punjab that by launching a coordinated effort, the incident will be thoroughly probed. Rijiju said he held discussions with senior officers of Punjab Police and investigating agencies, and soon the case will be unfolded. He also conveyed the empathy and support of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the blast victims and the people of Punjab. He said that he is satisfied with the investigation being carried by the various agencies. Rijiju was accompanied by Union Minister of State Som Prakash and National Commission for Scheduled Castes Chairperson Vijay Sampla. They also met the injured blast victims in hospital. Amid the growing tension in Uttarakhand Congress High Command to meet the party leaders in Delhi to discuss impending issues on December 24th. Speaking to NI, Uttarakhand Congress MLA Pritam Singh on December 24th said that they have been called by the party leadership today, and he added that they will follow the instructions accordingly. He further said that he won't be commenting on Harish Rawat's tweet and there is no dispute in the party.
हमारे बड़े नेता हैं, अब उन्होंने कोई ट्वीट किया, उस पर मैं कोई टिप्पणी करूं तो कदापि उचित नहीं है। आज राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व ने हमको बुलाया है और बैठक होगी, और उस बैठक में जो दिशा निर्देश राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व हमको देगा, कांग्रेस का एक साथी अक्सर उसका पालन करने का काम करेगा।
सर, राहुल जी ने क्या ये जिस तरीके से जो क्लैशेस चल रहे हैं पार्टी के अंदर, क्या उसको मद्देनजर रखते हुए ही ये बैठक बुलाई गई है?
जहां तक मैं समझता हूं कि पार्टी के अंदर कोई क्लैशेस नहीं है। पार्टी सोनिया जी और राहुल जी और प्रियंका जी के नेतृत्व में प्रदेश में काम कर रही है।
After a long gap of 35 years, a 126-year-old church reopened in Srinagar ahead of Christmas festival. Jammu and Kashmir LG Manoj Sinha virtually inaugurated the church. The St. Luke's Church has been renovated and restored to its old glory by Department of Tourism recently under the Smart City program. Speaking prayers at the church is expected to be held on the day of Christmas on December 25th.
It is like a dream comes true for a whole the community, because church was so closed from last almost 40 years, 35 years. So we are happy that it is again open for public and open for community. and obviously we will offer prayers also.
It's an amazing step taken up by Srinagar Smart City along with Department of Tourism and with the help of INTAC as well. So it's very amazing on the eve of Christmas, this Heritage Church has been restored.
After 3 long decades, ये church फिर से reopen हो रहा है और apart from ये कि बहुत ही beautiful piece of architecture है which is in the core of city, Delgate में है ये, which is really near to the core. So people would really come and enjoy this place. It's nearby. और it's absolute beautiful piece of an architecture. आप देख सकते हो, it's a Gothic masterpiece. We can see all those elements that we see in Europe actually. Those who can't actually go Europe can just come here and have a glimpse.
That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.